Hey, what's going on guys? This video is going to be a quick recap of Devstream 117. We got some more information on Fortuna, when Railjack's to be expected, and a very brief look at Kickguns, as well as some exciting new information about the login system. And we also got to see more gameplay on Kdrives. And before I go into the recap, I just want to talk about Kdrives for a second. They're pretty much the only gameplay element that we have good information about so far for Fortuna. And they look like a lot of fun. Like genuinely, they look like fun and I'm excited to use them. But my emphasis here is on the word fun. They look like they're going to be fun. They don't look like they're going to be useful. I mean, they look like they're going to be faster than bullet jumping around. Maybe not operator dashing, but definitely bullet jumping. My problem with this is that we can use Arkwings in the new open world zone. You know, if there was like a no-fly zone, it would make more sense to use the Kdrives. But unless Arkwings in the new zone are severely hindered, there's just not going to be a huge use for the Kdrives for getting around. I mean, look at this. This is a Kdrive getting around, and this is if you're using Itsal to get around. I mean, the Kdrives are great if you want to be doing tricks and stuff, but if you just want to get from point A to point B, there's no way you're going to beat an Arkwing. I just want to get that out of my system. Because we haven't really seen any substantive information about what's going to actually be in Fortuna. And largely they've been focusing on the Kdrives, and I found that a little frustrating. But let's get back into the recap. The next update coming out for consoles is going to be the Pyrus project. So you're going to be able to reconstruct the relay and get access to the Zilog. The next big PC update is going to be a mainline update, which is going to consist of a whole lot of quality of life changes and just prepping for Fortuna to come out. So after this next mainline we get on PC, we're probably going to get Fortuna as the next major update. Or at least I hope we are, because as Steve mentioned on the Devstream, Warframe's been kind of lacking in content lately. And they're aware of that, so you know they're working towards new content and more stuff for us to play. I'm just hoping it gets here sooner rather than later. On the cosmetic front, we got to look at some of the new Tanogen coming out soon, which consisted of some skins for frames and some Sai and Dana, in addition to a few cool weapons. They then talked a little bit about Railjack, and they made sure to let us know that it's not going to be coming out until 2019, so don't expect any real updates about it until after Fortuna. And I think the same goes for Melee 3.0. They mentioned that they had kind of taken a couple steps back on Melee 3.0, and apparently they have implemented the new channeling mechanic on the dev build. So they're working towards it, but from the impression that I got on the dev stream, we shouldn't be expecting it until at least after Fortuna. Because it seems right now they're scrambling to get that together. And I think throwing Melee 3.0 on top of that is just too much of an expectation. And my hope is the longer that they work on it, the more polished it's going to be when it releases. And what you've been seeing in the background here are just some new art assets and things like that that are going to be coming out for Railjack. Right now it's just concept art. But one cool change that they showed off is that we may be able to use the Arkwing guns with our Warframes. Which if I can use the Fluctus with my Warframe, I'm going to be real happy. And with the Gas City remaster, they're also going to be taking a look at Jupiter. And today we got to see some of the new tiles. Overall, they look really nice. I don't really have much else to say about that. They look nice, and I'm excited to get them in the game. And that's for some real substance. We got a good look at what the new login system is going to look like. It looks like we're going to be able to choose what weapons we want when we want them. So that part is going to be a choice. But as for the cosmetic items, you need to wait the amount of time required in order to get them. Which I think is a pretty good balance between rewarding players for logging in every single day for years, and giving newer players the ability to choose what reward they want. Rebecca also announced that the daily rewards are going to scale with the days you've logged in, which means that the daily tribute might actually be okay now. And if you reach 1,000 days, every 50 days after that you're going to get some sort of bundle with like 50,000 Kuva or Riven mods or something. They weren't really clear about what you're actually going to get. But after you reach the 1,000 days, you're not going to be rewarded with new unique items, so no more prime surefooted for us.
Better the daily random rewards, aka the not milestone rewards, will be in quantity. So whether it's resources, relics, syndicate medallions, they will increase. And
So we have thematic rewards, you can select some on milestones, you have more choices, everything is scaling, and there are a few that we've picked as saying you must be a vet. To get these.
Correct.
They're not in the rotation.
And that's the cosmetics only.
And that's a cosmetic only, not going to affect the gameplay at all.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes, and then afterwards, if you're about to hit day 1050, whatever it may be, we are going to do some evergreen bundles. We offer you every 50 days after that 1,000 mark. It'll include 50,000 Kuva, 30,000 Endo, Rivens. It's going to be a mix of sort of the evergreen stuff for you after. So that's sort of the conclusion.
Steve also talked about changing the adaptive lighting to make things like the Eidolon Hunt less seizure-inducing. So now instead of the game making it darker when there's lots of lights flashing during the Eidolon Hunt, it's going to be far more toned down. And according to Steve, this image was originally pure white in the top left corner, and now you can actually see kind of what's going on. So hopefully this will just be a nice improvement to the Eidolon Hunts and make them less cancerous for us to look at. And in the upcoming mainline update, there's going to be a slider that allows you to change how much VFX you actually see in game. so you could probably even tone this down more if you want to. And then, like I mentioned, we got to see a little bit of the Kickguns. From what Rebecca showed off, they look like they could be strong. We have really no idea of any of the mechanics. We saw one build, and that's basically it. And my guess is we won't really see any real information about this until Fortuna itself launches.
All right, do we want to do a catch moon?
You also have the light on his eyes changed.
Yes.
Every time he smacked it.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good detail.
What are we doing? Catch moon, rattle guts?
Trying to get both eyes to work.
Chill finger? That's a pretty cool name. I'm gonna go chill finger. Let's go with the grip now.
Nope.
Let's get, ooh, haymaker, gibber, ramble, love tap. Every time I see love tap, I laugh. It's too good.
The love tap grip.
I think we're gonna ramble today.
All right.
And then we're gonna choose a loader. I think we have the bellows or the zip. Zip sounds, whoa. Oh, that looks sick. All right, let's take this one. All right. And we can preview Gilded, of course, if we want to take a look at what it looks like with new stats. All right.
And they showed off what some of the deck art can look like. The deck art for the Kdrives looked really cool, and I'm looking forward to customizing them. Like I said earlier, they're going to be a lot of fun. And one of the best changes coming in the next PC update is going to be the Arkwing launchers being infinite, in addition to them putting you in the Arkwing immediately, instead of casting on the ground and then waiting for it to come to you. Being able to equip these immediately is a very nice quality of life change. And while it looks like we're not going to be able to throw down Arkwing launchers for other players anymore, hopefully it won't be that big of an issue since they're infinite. And they also showed some very smooth transitions between Arkwing and Kdrive. So it looks like at the very least it's going to be smooth the transition between the two. They also talked about the map, and Steve went over the different locations, and what I learned from this is that there's going to be stuff in different locations. And that's basically it. Without having any context about what these do or why they're significant, I don't really know what is what. So, you know, we'll learn more about that when Fortuna comes out, I guess. And then we got another conservation hunt from Rebecca, and this time she failed to catch the animal, but it was more action-packed and faster paced. And it looks like they've changed the tracks to make it visually distinct from their surrounding environment, which was an issue in the last Devstream. And it's good to see that they're making some improvements to the system. But that was really it for today's Devstream. We didn't get a whole lot of information, but the news about the next PC update is pretty exciting because it's going to bring a whole lot of quality of life changes as well as prepping the game for Fortuna's launch, which will hopefully follow shortly after. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I just covered the main highlights of today's Devstream, but if you want to watch the stream for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you later.
Now I gotta hide.
Now we're all whispering.
Yeah. That's a...
You can hear it.
Oh no. Oh, he saw me.
saw
Get him!
you. Oh.
Get him!
I'm trying.
Does he have these?
Get him! Go, 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 go! Oh, Jesus.
No.
Oh, I missed him. Oh no.